Becky Lynch to lose her title match at Money in the Bank due to a shocking WWE return? Exploring the possibility. Becky Lynch is set to face Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at Money in the Bank. The man is hellbent on capturing the coveted title this weekend and determined to do what she couldn't at Backlash. However, she may suffer a huge setback once again, as a familiar foe from her past may return at the upcoming premium live event. Bayley could make a shocking return and cost Lynch the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. The role model has been away from television since suffering a backstage attack at the hands of the man ahead of WrestleMania 41 Night 1. She recently posted a picture of her wrestling boots on X, hinting that she might have started preparing for her return to WWE. There is a high possibility that Bayley may interfere in the Women's Intercontinental title match this Saturday to prevent Becky Lynch from winning. It could be a fitting way to take her revenge on big-time Bex for snatching away her WrestleMania 41 moment. Besides, the role model is good friends with Lyra Valkyria, and her helping the latter would make perfect sense. Moreover, Bayley has been absent from WWE for around 2 months now. The former WWE Women's Champion returning at a stage like Money in the Bank could create a thunderous buzz. Such an angle would also help the Triple H-led creative team continue Lyra Valkyria's championship reign without hurting Becky Lynch's credibility. This could also mark a fresh storyline for both stars on Raw. While it is an intriguing possibility, it is just speculation at the moment. Only time will tell what WWE has in store for Valkyria and Lynch at Money in the Bank. Becky Lynch to face Bayley in a match at Night of Champions? Bayley is likely to return soon, potentially this weekend in Los Angeles. Fans have been clamoring to see her back in action, and WWE may capitalize on this hype. There is a good possibility that the role model's first feud upon her return will be with Becky Lynch, as the creative team had already sown the seeds of it. The superstars could battle each other in a marquee match at Night of Champions, which will be the very next PLE after Money in the Bank. Should it happen, it would be an incredible way to continue their story, which started at WrestleMania 41 when Becky Lynch attacked Bayley. Such an angle can also pave the way for the man's exit from the Women's Intercontinental title picture on Raw. It would also give the role model a solid feud upon her huge comeback. Besides, Bayley and Becky Lynch are two of the biggest names in the women's division. Considering the grandeur of Saudi Arabian PLEs, their showdown would be a perfect addition to Night of Champions. However, this is nothing but speculation at this moment. There's a lot more MJF than Becky Lynch in the latest Happy Gilmore 2 trailer. Which is about what we expected given reports on their involvement, and certainly does nothing to diminish our excitement for the Adam Sandler sequel coming to Netflix next month. We've been following the news on Adam Sandler's next movie, Happy Gilmore 2, a sequel to his classic 1996 comedy about a hockey player who takes the pro golf world by storm, since it was first announced last September. That's partly because, like a lot of people roughly between the ages of 35 to 55, we're big fans of the original. But it's mostly because we heard that former AEW World Champion Maxwell Jacob Friedman would be playing one of Sandler's kids in the new flick. There was only a brief glimpse at MJF's character in the teaser trailer for HG2, which will drop on Netflix July 25th. But at the streamer's Tudum event on Saturday, May 31st, they released a full trailer and it features a lot more of Max as a member of the Gilmore brood, including dropping an elbow on the family hoop tie so Dad can get to the links. We also see MJF bringing his dad what appears to be a dummy of Ben Stiller to strangle, graduating, and celebrating with his siblings like their old man. Becky Lynch was also reportedly part of HG2's cast, but we hadn't seen her in any of the promotional pictures or clips released so far. The WWE star doesn't appear much in the new trailer either, but can be seen yucking it up, besides Nikki Bella, on the course, possibly about real-life golf legend Rory McIlroy driving a ball into someone's solar plexus out on the links. The real wrestling-adjacent star of the show though is Damian Priest's WrestleMania 37 partner and Backlash 2023 foe Bad Bunny, who plays a waiter who gets roped into being Happy's latest clueless caddy. MJF, Nikki Bella, and Becky Lynch appear in new Happy Gilmore 2 trailer. Former AEW World Champion MJF and multi-time WWE Women's Champions, Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella, appear in the new Happy Gilmore 2 trailer. Released during Netflix's Totem event, unveiling the latest in film, television, anime, and more, the wrestlers take center stage. It's been nearly 30 years since Happy Gilmore's release, and it's one of the most anticipated titles of 2025. Fans have been eagerly awaiting updates on Happy and just how they're going to resurrect his golfing career once more. Luckily, the original creative team, as well as Julie Bowen, Ben Stiller, Christopher McDonald, and Sandler, return for the sequel. Hopefully this means there won't be too many plot holes. Videos by Vice. At the end of the original film, Happy just finished a long season to raise funds to pay the IRS his grandmother's back taxes. While not the most conventional player, he proves to the golf snobs that whatever they can do, he can do too, and in some cases, better. Happy Gilmore 2 trailer boasts star-studded cast. The trailer reveals Happy is once again strapped for cash, trying to put his daughters through ballet school. It also teases some star-studded appearances from actors, singers, and other professional wrestlers. Award-winning Latin music artist and part-time WWE wrestler Bad Bunny appears to be playing a caddy in the film. Bella and Lynch are playing unidentified roles, but they seem to be on the opposing team. MJF is playing one of Happy's sons, Gordy, described as blue-collar and having inherited his father's love of hockey. Other names include Travis Kelce, Eminem, Sandler's daughters Sunny and Sadie, his wife Jackie, Margaret Qualley, Ken Jennings, Reggie Bush, Post Malone, Marcelo Hernandez, and Eric Andre. That's not all. Professional golfers have joined the fray, too, including John Daly, Paige Spiranak, Rory McIlroy, Scotty Scheffler, Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, Justin Thomas, and Will Zalatoris. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins host LA Weather ahead of Money in the Bank. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins are a true power couple in wrestling, but the pair tag-teamed recently to present the Los Angeles Weather. Days ahead of WWE Money in the Bank. Rollins and Lynch hosted a lighthearted weather forecast for KTLA. Neither superstar shied away from making reference to their WWE roles. When presenting the weekend update, Rollins relished in a sunny time coming to LA, telling viewers, "I love it. Crank it up, burn it down," as you might say. Lynch wrapped up by hyping up WWE Money in the Bank. While she wants those in LA to join the nice weather on June 7th, making it back to watch the PLE will be a must. The story so far: Becky Lynch vs. Lyra Valkyria at WWE Money in the Bank 2025. Read more. https://www.wrestlinginc.com/1876175/story-so-Lyra-Valkyria-WWE-money-bank-2025/people say to never meet your idols. Lyra Valkyria learned that the hard way. What was once a fruitful collaboration at WrestleMania 41 has now turned into a bitter feud, as Valkyria now finds herself embroiled in conflict with five-time women's world titleholder Becky Lynch. After 2 months of fighting, Valkyria and Lynch are on a collision course to Los Angeles, where they will contest Valkyria's women's Intercontinental title at Money in the Bank. With months of hostility set to end in less than a week's time, this is Valkyria and Lynch's story so far. Lynch and Valkyria's first met in NXT, during Lynch's brief reign as the NXT Women's Champion. Lynch and Valkyria's relationship was largely respectful after they joined forces in a tag team match against Kiana James and Tiffany Stratton, and after Valkyria beat Lynch for the NXT Women's Championship NXT Halloween Havoc. Lynch raised her compatriot's hand, satisfied with Valkyria's performance. Aside from a brief backstage segment in May 2024, Lynch and Valkyria's paths did not cross again until WrestleMania 41, when a backstage attack on Bayley left Valkyria without a partner in her upcoming match for Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez's WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Valkyria made her WrestleMania entrance alone, but Las Vegas became unglued as the man came to join Valkyria after a year-long absence. Valkyria and Lynch took the fight to Morgan and Rodriguez, and both women walked out of Vegas the new tag team champions. Title loss leads to Lynch crash out. Read more. https://www.wrestling-inc.com/1876175/story-so-far-becky-lynch-valkyria-wwe-money-bank-2025. The pairing started out promising, but Valkyria and Lynch now hold the record for shortest reign with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, as they dropped the titles back to Morgan and Rodriguez on the WWE Raw after WrestleMania. Distraught at her title loss, Lynch turned on Valkyria, and shortly after, confessed to having attacked Bayley out of jealousy. Lynch's heel turn sparked weeks of promo segments. Lynch credited herself with inspiring Valkyria, while Valkyria referenced her status as the first ever WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion as proof she had moved on from Lynch. The two brawled week in and week out until Backlash, where the two finally locked up. Valkyria beat the man via a flash pin, and an irate Lynch laid into Valkyria in a post-match brawl. Despite Valkyria's victory, a rematch for the Women's Intercontinental title was announced for Money in the Bank via social media on the May 26th episode of WWE Raw. Later that night, Valkyria accused Lynch of weaseling her way into a title match, and Lynch took a personal shot at Valkyria's fiancé. Stakes ran high as Lynch promised Valkyria that, should she lose at Money in the Bank, she would never challenge for Valkyria's title again. Should she win, however, Lynch commanded that Valkyria look her eye to eye, and raise her hand. Whether Valkyria will remain undefeated against Lynch after Money in the Bank remains to be seen. However, their match in Los Angeles is guaranteed to be nothing but vitriolic, violent, and personal.